show you an example on how to use string manipulations or string methods on string. In this example, we would like to read full name of a person, and then we would like to display the first name and the last name. So our program is write a program that reads your full name and print the first name and the last name. So probably the user will give me more than 3 names, 4 names. We need just only to take the first name and the last name. So as an example, if the full name is my name, Ali Hassan AlSaffar. So the first name is Ali, the last name is AlSaffar. So how to do it? First, we need to import java.util.scanner because we are going to read from the user. So we need 3 variables. One will be for our input, full name. Next will be for the first name and will be the last name. So we will ask the user, what is your full name? And we are going to read the full name using next line and save it into full name. The first thing we need to do is we need to get rid of any leading spaces. Probably the user by mistake gives spaces. If there are no spaces, it's fine. But what if the user gives a name with the spaces? So we need to get rid of those spaces. Our first step, remove all leading and trailing spaces. So the one that we are going to use is full name dot trim. So this is the method that we are going to use for trimming, and I'm going to save it in the same place. I'm not going to save the result on a different string, so I will save it in the same string. So all the string without spaces will disappear. Next, the idea to get the first name. So after you remove all leading spaces, then our full name will be equal to, so I will copy it here. Our full name will be equal to Ali without leading spaces and AlSaffar without trailing spaces. To get the first name, we will start from the beginning until we find a space. So how to find a space? Searching here. So we will use index. So look for a space in full name, index of, look for a space from left to right and save it into a variable. We will call it first space. The one on the left will be called first space. Once you find the space, then you need to take Ali as part of the string until the space. And you know, to take part of, there is a method called substring. So we will save this part into first because I have already defined first as a string. See here, as a string. So you will have full name dot substring and start from from 0 until the first space. So first space already includes the space, but remember, for substring, the last index is not included in the substring. So this is the first index of the string, substring, and this is the last index of substring. So but first space, the place of the space is not included, and we will save it into first. Let us first run the program. So we will write at the output screen, your first name is, and we will print it, which is first. Run before we look for last name. So I will put spaces. What is your name? In here I will put spaces, Ali spaces Hassan spaces AlSaffar, and now press enter. So here it will says your first name is Ali. So we found the first name. Now how to find last name? Now last name, as you notice, it will be the last word inside the string. And how to pick or how to cut the last word in the string? You search for the last space. So this is the last space, so you have to search for the space from right to left. So I will write integer. I will define a new variable and I'm going to call it last space. And last space, I will look for it in full name, and I'm going to use last index of for a space. And remember, last index of will search from right. So the first occurrence will be the space. And then if you want to print the substring that begins at last space until the end, you use substring with one input parameter. So we will save it into last because we already have a variable called last here, and it will be full name dot substring last space and close the bracket. But here when you say last space, that means full name will start with the space from here up to here. So space should not be included. And if you don't want to include a space, then last space should be increased by 1. So here you write +1, and this will take you to the character next to last space. Now print a message. I will copy this message, copy and paste it down. So we will say your last name is, and we will put here last. Run the program to see the result. So what is your full name? Ali Hassan AlSaffar. So your first name is Ali and your last name is AlSaffar. Maybe you could continue this program and find a way on how to display the middle name. So if the user gives 3 names, maybe there are spaces between them, how to just, you already know how to print first name, last name, now how to print the middle name, so you can have this as an exercise. By this, we have finished chapter number 2, Java Basics. And for our next topic will be chapter number 3, which includes selections.